Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you with a Pokemon market analysis, where I think it's going, where I and part of what inspired this video today is one of one of SM Pratt, the Prince of Pokemon. His things is just like about investing. He says that you're not going to make it in this hobby, or you're not going to stick around long enough if you don't have a genuine interest. And for the people that have a genuine interest, to collect what you like. And I think it's great advice because some people have a great knowledge of modern Skyridge evolution, whatever it is, something that I just don't have an interest in. Like Magic the Gathering, I know is a lot of things in Magic the Gathering are more expensive than Pokemon, even as of recently, because it's older. The fan base is a little older. They have a little bit more money. Pokemon's obviously more popular and will surpass Magic the Gathering at some point. Again, just my opinion, but that's just something that people can make money with as well. And I don't do that because I just don't have a genuine interest in it. Not that it's a better or worse game or better, fleshed out, whatever. I just never grew up with it. I don't know it. I don't have a genuine interest in it. The reason I bring that up is because I just made the 2 days left in the auction, the highest bid for Trophy Kangaskhan, $81,000. So it's at $80,100 now. My max bid was 81,000, and I could raise it again if need be. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I have about $94,000 in the war chests for me that I'm ready to bring to the table, and I have five from one friend and three from another, so it would be 101 ish. So after eBay fees, there's like 7%, I think, in the state of New York, whatever it is. It's I can get about 101,000, final price away after that. So if this goes up another $15,000, I'm priced out. I can't do it. However, I do have an offer on my one of my Blaine's Charizards for $11,000. I don't want to do, like, if this Trophy Kangaskhan was not an issue, someone could walk in that door, offer me $15,000 for it, I would say no. And it's not my only copy. I have six, but at the same time, it's like, okay, you'd have to. It's like Horcruxes or something with Voldemort. It's like, okay, he can can kill like one or two of these. Once he kills three or four, you don't have a lot left. You have to really protect them. I could sell one, but then I only have five left, and eventually, I'd want to keep at least one. When I die, I don't know. It just seems like very early for me to sell, and Charizards in general are going to go up like a madman. So I could do that if I need to. Sell for 11, maybe I'd net like 10.5 after fees or whatever, and that would get me up to like 112, something like that. Where if I pay like 103,000 for the final price, and I have to pay like 112 after taxes and whatever. The other thing I wanted to bring up is, bubbles and markets. And this one guy I was watching on a video is saying like, okay, well, but before the Logan Paul thing, he noticed some sales that just weren't happening anymore. And what he took away from that was saying like, okay, well, if I see less sales of something, then in his mind that means the card was not as popular. There's not, genuine interest is dying down, which I guess is possible. My interpretation of that, just by going over the data, as long as the numbers kept going this way, which they were, and not this way, the frequency of sales doesn't matter. Like, you've seen sports cards all the time. There are some cards that aren't on the market for years. And it's not that people don't want that card. They do. It's just the people that have those cards are just not willing to sell. They just don't want to sell. So when I see sales that aren't happening, where cards just aren't available, it's not because there's not genuine interest in the card and things are plateauing and people losing interest. It's because the people that have those cards don't want to sell. They just don't. So that's my interpretation of it. We've heard the term bubble for, I mean, at least in Pokemon world, a long time. This is not something that I see as a bubble. Heard about in 2016, donated to just Justin Bieber bubble, and And I guess one could make the argument that, well, okay, so this is like a pandemic bubble, and then the bubble is about to deflate, but then the Logan Paul bubble like reinflated it, so it's a double bubble. And I don't believe that at all. I think it got pushed a little bit. Genuine interest in this. Most people that collect like Pokemon wasn't sexy. Like it wasn't like a you weren't cool in middle school if you collected Pokemon. No, you were seen as a nerd. I was a nerd. The reason I got into boxing because I got made fun of a lot for liking Pokemon. So that's the people that collected, especially like not for a living, but like actively spent their uh, you know extra income on, like you have your the expendable income on, you have your income for your food, for your house, for your car, and then anything that is expendable. Some people use it on entertainment, some people use it on stereo systems, video games, whatever it is. You're not spending your expendable income on Pokemon cards if you're worried about being cool, being sexy, like getting girls. No, you're doing that because you like it, because you love it. And there's some people in the hobby now that, yeah, they see it as a way to make money. There's a bunch of people that flip, like Guru Collectibles is notorious for flipping, and not that that's a good or a bad thing. Just you buy it one price, you sell it another. So people do it with stocks, some people do it with whatever. But some people say that eventually it's all going to come crashing down when genuine interest leaves the hobby or leaves the set. It's hyped right now, but not all of these people are going to stay here. And they're right. Not all of these people that are getting in right now are going to stay. It's true with anything. But if prices are here, right? Let's say they were here, now they're here, and then there's a little bit of a discount, a little bit, whatever. Like, nothing fundamentally changed about the card that we like. Let's just go with Charizard, just because everyone knows Charizard. Nothing changed about it. It's not like a stock where, like, okay, you know what, they missed earnings, or the CEO happened to tweet something bad, and or whatever. Like, this doesn't happen. If there's a dip, people are going to buy that dip. I'll buy that dip. I do it with Tesla all the time. I made a fucking killing on it. Same thing with Pokemon. Like, there is so much genuine interest in the hobby, and when people would just be like, okay, like this card, on a certain amount, if I can get it at this type of discount, or it was from here, I'll do that all day. Like it. Some people could exit the hobby and they'll just sell everything, and that will be absorbed so freaking quickly. I would be one of those people that absorb them. I'd buy, like, if Blaine's Charizard goes down from like the 11K that I might sell it to down to 8K, done. I'll buy as many as I can. If Blaine's Arcanine goes from 3 grand down to 1,800 again, buy all of them. Again, that's just with because one, I like those cards. So it's a card that I don't really have an attachment to or an issue with. Like, I mean, they're all cool. There's Pokemon. But if it's a card that, let's say, Clefairy, not that Clefairy's cool. Moonstone, I never really used Clefairy. I don't have any type of real emotional connection to Clefairy. If that card goes from, like I said before, like $5,400 for PSA 9, if I ever see one for 2 grand, I'm buying it. 4 grand, buying all day. Not because, like, again, I love Clefairy, it's cool, whatever, but it's because that's a discount, and that's something that it's also a part of history, part of that first set. But it's people are misinterpreting and really misunderstanding one, how much people love getting discounts, and how much how much money's in Pokemon. Like, I do not see this stopping anytime soon. Yeah, sometimes it retraces. Like, that happens once in a while. Not with the whole hobby. Certain cards, maybe certain sets, maybe, whatever. If they, especially with modern, if they have like this type of modern and then something like, oh, we're going to do a reprint. We're going to just sell some more. Yeah, that'll happen. But not with the old stuff. And, influencers coming in, they carry a lot of weight. They do. Like, again, they're not on CNBC talking about a stock, and they're not doing pump and dumps. As again, you can't really do that with cards. Like, nothing fundamental will change about the cards. Like, some stocks that are good that people love. They're changing guidance. They're missing this. I don't like how much debt is on there, but no, that doesn't happen with Pokemon. Like, their CEO isn't gonna tweet on Ambien. They're not gonna be caught doing racial slurs or being caught for sexual harassment. Pokemon just, it's completely different. It's immune to all of that stuff. So not only is it kid friendly, is it never gonna have that? It's so much money is going to go into it, and this is just the beginning. Again, this is all my opinion, but it's not like I'm saying this with $30 to my names, like, oh, I know what's going on in like my mom's basement, saying like, I guarantee you this, and then I'm not putting anything for it. I'm about to spend six figures on one card in this one transaction. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Um, I, Other people do that, yeah, cool. Um, at the end of the day, yeah, do we all make money? Yeah. Well, some people don't. Some people just like the card. And so I got into it also. I just love the artwork. I love the feeling that it brings. You know, buying Tesla's great. Yeah, I guess it, but for most stocks, you don't have a feeling attached to it. If you buy Bitcoin, you're not nostalgic for it. Buy Pokemon cards, it gives you that feel. Today I was hanging out with a couple of friends, and we were just talking about shows that they ended like open, like, yeah, it was a good ending, but they left it open for more. Gravity Falls. I love that show. You know, that thing like, see you next summer. Will there be a next summer? Is there going to be another season? You know, that stuff, like, you can't put a price on that. You can't put a price on feelings. Like, I know some guys that just would do anything to get someone to look at them, to like them, even half as much as they would like or love someone else. And I'm not talking about like just prostitution, like, oh yeah, like me for an hour. No, like genuine interest, genuine like that's a feeling like no other. And you can get that with these cards every time you look at them. Again, not everyone had the best childhood. Even people that didn't, at least there's some things at the childhood, again, mostly, that you would like. And for me, that's Pokemon. That's like, okay, don't have to worry about this or this or this. Like, for however many minutes I'm enthralled in this TV episode, or I'm talking about Pokemon with friends, or playing the video game, yeah, I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And when I look at the cards, that takes me back. And I've heard it argued very, very well that other people do the same thing. Like SM Pratt, he says like, "Oh my god, the Shadowless!" Like, he becomes a little boy again, where he's like, "Oh, Carl, oh, is that Shadowless?" And like, he just that's apparently what he does. I think that's so awesome. So this is something that I think this is just the beginning. Gary Vee and his X amount of millions of followers, Logan Paul, millions of followers, and these guys from Dumb Money. That's just the name of their YouTube channel, I think. That hear about Logan Paul spending $200,000 on a box of Pokemon cards. They do the research and find there's only like a couple of dozen sellers in North America that are going to sell, and they spend $175,000 more than the last record price point that was like 2 weeks old. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Again, that's just how I see it. This is, I believe there's a New York Jets documentary one day called Just the Beginning. And why I don't want to sell my Charizard, which I think I'm gonna have to. Just at it, I'm gonna sell this for $11,000. Where someone who walked through that door, if I wasn't buying this trophy Kangaskhan, or from $15,000, I would tell them no, heck off. 20,000. I don't know. I don't need the money. If I'm not buying this card, I don't need the money. So no, I don't think I would, even for 20. I have it listed on eBay for 20, but there's like 4 others that are listed below mine. So I don't, if they start getting bought out, yeah, I'll raise mine to 25, because again, I don't want to sell. Yeah, this is something that I'm going to sell one of my favorite cards in the hobby at a chance to get this trophy Kangaskhan, because it's so rare. And this is the first public auction for PSA 10. The one I bought is private. Just a deal that happened to be worked out on E4 and in person. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it just at the chance of buying it. So I'm just letting you guys know, like, I'm fully transparent. Like, this is my game plan. I'm the highest bidder right now on this card. I'm trying to see if I can keep it going, solidify it. But if anyone's in my competition here, just tell me, like, hey, I'm gonna bid this much on this card, and I'll be like, okay, I will back off. Just let me know. Guys, I love you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Meow. Meow. Meow.